Oh, hello there. Hi. Hi. Good down. Good. Oh, no. There you go. Oh. Hmm? Nope. Almost. Yes. Good job. Oh, nope. Yes. Good job. Oh, almost. Oh, oh, oh. Yes. Good job. Oh. Yes. Nope. Yes. Yes. There you go. I gotta help you out. Oh, oh. Yes. Oh. Yeah. Oh. There you go. Good. There you go.
Good girl, Bella.
There you go. Hmm?
Ah.
Oh. Oh my goodness, so excited. So, oh my gosh, so excited. Oh my god, oh my goodness. Oh.
Toe.
Here you go. All right. Oh, okay. All right. Oh, almost. Okay, good job. Oh. Okay, there you go. Good job. So some things that will help with the jumping behavior once we start doing some social sessions too, or yeah, a social session or two is just getting them used to seeing people and being able to refocus on us,
Okay.
and or until they're less excited, and then also especially if family or friends are coming over, getting them out beforehand and then letting them get some of that energy out, either at the dog park or through some training exercises. A little bit of both would actually be really good, so that way you kind of warm them up to the behavior.
Right.
What was that, huh? She's like, huh?
Cheers, Bella.
So
Yeah, we've been doing like a lot of like on her walking, like obviously loose, keeping her loose. And then if she like goes to like I'll just like wait until she comes back, and then she comes back.
Perfect. What we'll do is we'll go over some of the very basics of leash walking. Oh, we found a ball. Nice. Oh, one's going to be kind of teaching them to understand and recognize leash pressure.
Okay.
And then we'll introduce directional leash pressure. And then we're going to do just kind of that verbal, oh, good potty, that verbal recognition and recall.
Okay.
So a little bit of everything here. Hi. So the first thing that we'll want to do is just kind of get them used to the cones, let them kind of smell, explore, go in between. Go. Because there's already going to be enough distractions, on the ground. So we want them to kind of get used to as many things as possible in the area that you're going to practice with. And then as you get better, then you can introduce more distractions just by going to a different area, whether it be like more of like the downtown urban area where it's kind of a lot busier, or like an open park area where there's kids and stuff playing in the background. Because once you kind of get the basics, most of the time what people will have troubles with is like the distractions.
Right.
And especially with puppies, kind of getting them out to both socialize and to actually teach them how to kind of work through it. Right. Being able to recognize and see other dogs at the dog park, but still listen to us. See people walking along the street and being able to redirect that focus. Right. So what we'll do is we'll do Bella.
Okay.
And then is it Mabel?
Mabel, yeah.
Yep. And then we'll let Bella meet the boarding pup Luca. And then while you guys are swapping out, I'll do a round with Luca, and then we'll do Mabel, and then we'll let them kind of all hopefully meet and hang out
Okay.
and do a little socializing either at the park if we hopefully have some time, because that would be good for all of them. Yeah, so
All right.
first things first, go ahead and try to shorten up the lead until it's more like a normal leash length, like about 6 to 8 feet or so. And do you have any treats or anything on you? That's all right.
Okay.
Yeah, that should be fine. A little bit longer than normal, but it's okay. I've got some salmon treats if you want to see if you should be interested in that. You might have to break them up into smaller bits though.
Lala.
Hi, how you doing? Oh. There you go, you got an audience for your session now too. Okay, so part of this is going to be using the leash kind of more as a boundary to begin with,
Okay.
and then concentrating on guiding your dog. Because a lot of times what will end up happening when they start pulling, we stop paying attention to where we're going and what we want them to do, and we start concentrating on the bad behaviors of them pulling or jumping or barking towards the other dog.
Right.
So this is going to be just as much a guiding exercise for the handler as much as it is a leash exercise for the dog.
Okay.
And so what we'll do is we'll just kind of start to try to walk straight in between the cones, and then whenever she hits that leash pressure, just holding and then slowly applying until she recognizes it, and then go ahead and offer her a treat when she redirects her focus. And with puppies, especially because she seems very interested on the sticks in the ground, then that could be a good option as well to kind of get her attention back, right? Picking up one, and yeah. So now she has your focus, right? So now you can use that to help interest and guide her. You know, treats, balls, toys, whatever can help you with getting your dog's focus is what matters. Perfect, there you go. Good. Yep. Right, and now when she's gotten too far there, go ahead and turn around, try to get her attention again.
Lala.
There you go, and then having her follow you. Good. Very good, and then back through. There you go. And the goal here is to try to get all the way through with her focusing and following you, right? And you'll notice how much easier it is when you have her attention for her to kind of come with you. And then you'll notice you too, usually when there's tension on the leash is when she's usually not paying attention or going with you, right?
Lala.
Good. Perfect. There you go. All right. Now the next step is going to be both changing direction for increasing that leash pressure, so that way we can practice. Most of the time we're going to walk in a straight line, and so we don't get as much practice in, and it'll be a different exercise for that. But now instead of trying to go straight through, I want you to think about, and sometimes it'll help people to maybe even say out loud, hey, I'm going to go left of the cones, or we're going to go right of the cones, or we're going to go right in between them, right? So now I want you to kind of really think about where you're going to go pathing wise, and then guiding her using the leash and the focus, right? So if she starts going the wrong way, that's when you use the leash, but hopefully she'll just be following you the whole time with her focus, so that way you won't have to kind of tug as much, right? Okay. There you go. So just keep an eye on her. Perfect. Yep. Good. There you go. Yep. Yep. There you go. Good. Perfect. There you go. Good. Go ahead and try to add in some encouragement, either with the leash or your voice, because we'll use that verbal help as well. There you go. Good. Good. There you go. Now again. Perfect. Good. There you go. Good. So now you're learning to use a combination of the leash pressure as well as your verbal commands to help her out. There you go. Good. Here, we might have to untangle her a little bit. There you go. Good. Right, and this is where you're gonna get most of the issues is gonna be, especially with beagles, the nose, you know, kind of distracting them. Good, there you go. Perfect, there you go. So when you get her attention, go ahead and reward her right away for redirecting her focus from her nose, and that'll help kind of get her into more of a consistent, snappy response, and then we'll work on maintaining that focus later. That was really good. You have any questions? See, it's pretty basic, but once you got the basics down really good, that's when we add in more advanced
it's like
things.
Working in these small areas, low distractions, or like where they're not as distracted.
I even start if it's a really young pup, I'll even start inside when they're used to their surroundings and you have even less distractions. And what I'll do is I'll kind of take the lead and I'll start applying some pressure. And then when she recognizes that pressure, good girl, this way, right?
Yeah.
So that way she learns to feel that pressure on the leash, and instead of just ignoring it to follow her nose, she turns to pay attention to us, and that's when we give her that treat or that reward. That's like your marking moment, right?
Yep.
For redirection of focus.
Okay.
So go ahead and try that now, since she's kind of going that one way and you kind of want to go another way. Just slowly increase that pressure on the lead. And just keep doing it until she can't ignore it anymore, until it's like almost, there you go. Good. And I'll take the lead here and I'll kind of show you something else as well. So when we have it, and just a shorter bit here, if we just continue moving, that'll also just increase the pressure on the lead, right? So that's why it's important when you're focused on guiding a dog.
Okay.
Because your movement is going to actually help increase pressure on the leash naturally, as well as keeping the pup usually excited and engaged with you and where you're going. So we'll wait until she's done there. Yes, good girl, this way. Very good. All right. So now I'm going to go left through here. Perfect. Now I'm going to go right. Right. Yes, good job. Good. Get a little treat there. Okay. Gonna go forward. Yes, good. Okay, now I'm gonna turn. And you can see, because she's kind of focused on me, there you go, good. It's easier for her to follow. And then when she hopefully gets distracted again and stops following, I'll use the leash pressure. Yes, good. And again, overshot there. I'm gonna go back this way. Yes, this way. Right? That's good job. And because she made a conscious decision there to leave, to come back to follow me, I'm gonna reward that behavior, because a lot of times we want them to feel rewarded, because we always want them to choose us. So we need to, especially at first when they're trying to learn these things, make it as rewarding as possible, not only with the treats but also with that like verbal recognition. That's why, like, as soon as it happens, it's good to be like, perfect, good job, at least, and then praise or treats or whatever else to kind of keep him keep it positive for them. Keep it watch out for that. Keep them motivated to continue, like, you know, leaving whatever it was that they were interested in and following us again. All right, I'll go ahead and grab the other pup, and that way they can meet, and then I'll let you swap out unless you wanted to do another round or anything. Okay.
You want to swap them out now?
Oh, let me.
Meet first?
Yeah, we'll let them meet first, so that way they can meet them one at a time. You know, it'd be less of a handful than
Yeah. Keep
both.
her here or take her over there?
Oh yeah, you can keep her here. It's fine. I'll bring him here, so that way he can do a round while you swap out. And you might want to grab some treats too while you're back in there. This is perfect because Luca here is learning all the same things too. Good job. There he goes. Good boy. There you go.
Oh, good girl, Bella.
That's good to see too, the fact that she's got somebody bigger and actually is rolling over.
Yeah, being submissive.
Yeah. Now she wants to go and play with him. Down. Good job. Down. Down. Yes, good. Yeah, I think they'll be just fine at the park.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
They've been getting a lot of dogs that visit them at the park.
Oh, good.
Because I usually take them out together
Oh.
at like 4 when I get off to burn their energy.
Perfect. Oh.
And we have some regulars that they see, so they like to see them when they come.
Oh, perfect.
They're excited.
There you go. Kind of building that inner circle already. That's
Yeah,
good.
it's been helping. I think it's been helping Mabel to see more dogs again.
There you go.
Because like now she's not barking
As much.
like the first time of the dog. Sometimes
Yeah.
she will, but like
That's what you'll find too, like when we go to the dog park with dogs that are reactive towards other pups, is like as soon as you leave and you're kind of walking home, they see another dog on the street and it's like, okay, whatever.
yeah.
The hardest part is getting that effect to like actually stick and last all the time.
Yeah, because like I said before, she was like, I got it to the point where like she wouldn't even like look at them. Like she's like, okay, yeah. And then all of a sudden it got bad again.
Right. So, and I'll show you here while we have kind of both of them and they're super excited. I'll have you walk Bella up there to the end,
Okay.
and you'll see how this one will of course be super distracted and wanting to go that way to play. And we'll do the leash practice with that kind of artificial distraction in there.
Okay.
Oh, good boy, good pee-pee.
So walk her through.
Oh no, you can just keep her there, right? Because now gonna use the leash here. Slowly go back in, right? So in between, they're going right. I want to go left around this way. Yes. Good. They're going straight that way. I want to go back this way. They want to go forward. I'm gonna go back. Yes, up here. Good. And then rewarding when I finally get that focus back in, right? Okay. Interested in the grass? This way. Good. Right. Now turning back around. Yes. Yes, this way. Good. And one more time. Yes. Good. Right. So, as you'll notice too, the more that you kind of go out and practice, good job, it's going to be very easy to kind of get discouraged because there might be new distractions everywhere and they're not paying so much attention. But it's important, yes, to really like to help keep things positive on your end, to kind of focus on the positives, like ignoring the fact that she's not listening, you know, she's pulling to go to different things, but then when she does do the right thing, that's when you reward, right? And that'll help keep it positive both for you and your dog while they're learning to get better at this. A lot of times once they kind of start doing the wrong thing for too long, we just focus on that, but I'm just going to focus on guiding, doing the right thing, turning back around. I want to go this way. Come on, Luca. Good job. Right, one more time. Luca, this way. Good, wait. Good. This way. Yes, good. Right, so really learning to kind of be patient, be rewarding, continue guiding, because like I said, if you start worrying too much about them doing the wrong thing, you're not trying to lead them anymore as well. All right, I'm gonna put Luca away, and then we'll get Mabel down. I know. Yeah, you got go. We'll get to play more later.
Play.
Good sit. Come here, big guy. Oh. You got it. There you go. Good. Good job. And what I almost do too is I'll preload having a treat in my hand, so that way as soon as they turn and they look, I can be ready to like reward and recognize. Oh, hi. So popular. Oh. I like your outfits.
Thank you.
Perseverance spirit.
We try to do this every holiday just to make it fun.
Hey, there you go. Oh.
Leasing on this. Probably when you win something.
Oh, sweet. Congrats.
Oh, that's where we just came from. Yeah, like a cookie and a cup.
Nice.
That's a nice cup.
Yeah. Have a good one, y'all.
Yeah.
Thanks, you too. All right. First goal. Yep. Go ahead and let her kind of smell and get used to it. Yep. So there's going to be the normal distractions. Yep. So now when she starts to kind of go too far to the left or right, that's when you can use the leash as a boundary. Right. There you go. Good. And the more practice that you get, the more that you get used to manipulating the leash length as a boundary. So like, for example, if you're walking downtown on the sidewalk, you're not going to have the whole length in. But then, of course, when people are coming by and you have to shorten the leash as well, so that way they can pass. Same idea, but now you're also using it so they can't go too far into traffic, or they can't go towards the food on the sidewalk or something, right? So really kind of gauging your environment, being preemptive with the leash would really help too. So you can use the leash not only to create boundaries, but give directional pressure, so long as it's not always tight, right? If it's always tight, it's hard to communicate with it.
Right.
And that's where like we'll go over like learning kind of how to pop the leash or increase the pressure on the leash is going to really help. Right now we're mostly just using patience to kind of get them used to turning on their own. But a lot of times what trainers will do is to kind of force that by either, you know, doing a sudden harder pressure, or like I said, kind of what I was just doing, just continuing to walk to kind of increase that pressure linearly. But especially in the beginning, we just want them to kind of recognize, right, the pressure. So that's why we're not really forcing it so much right now, because we're trying to get them used to feeling it, understanding it, and then being rewarded for doing the right thing.
Gotcha.
Good, there you go. Right, so just get ready to reward when she does. Refocus, there it is, good. Very good, there you go. And then you want to keep her on the inside of it. All right, there you go. Perfect, good. So learning to micromanage those little things, right? So next is going to be the left and right.
Yeah, we'll heal.
Good, there you go. Good, there you go. Very good, there you go. Perfect. Very good. Very good. Good. Right, so you can clearly see when she's focused on you, it's super easy to keep that heel in. You know, she's not pulling because she's not following her nose going the wrong way. Same with Bella, same with, you know, 99% of dogs. So that's the key thing to remember is if you can get her focus and keep it, you don't almost have to do anything with the leash. The leash is to get the focus. The verbal is to get the focus. The treats, the toys, everything is to like ultimately get and maintain that focus. Very good. Perfect. Good. Almost. So try to stop yourself from giving a command until you've gotten their attention, right? So the first part usually of the name is to get their attention, and then the second part. Oh, there you go. Good. Right? So you didn't even need it after you got her attention. Right? So try to save your efforts to where they will actually make the most benefit for you.
Okay.
A lot of times people will give commands when the dog's not even listening, so it's like a complete wasted effort. If they put that effort towards getting the dog's attention, yeah, be much better use of your time. And it's a good way to keep people less frustrated too. Good. There you go. Good. And another exercise that we can do as well is just going through the cones straight, but every time you go in between, stop. And either hopefully she's paying attention to you and she'll stop as well, and then you can reward that, or you can use the leash and pressure to kind of help navigate her and guide her to stop with you. If she usually dogs will like overshoot, right?
I like once again between them.
And it doesn't matter which one, any random one. And you can stop at each one if you want it. Perfect. There you go, and reward that. And then start, and then she should start. Right, got distracted. Good, and then perfect. And that will help a lot more with like real world scenarios. Like if you're out at the pet store and you're trying to do some shopping, you want her to start when you start and stop when you stop. If you ever notice, service dogs are really good with this because they, you know, it's their job to kind of maintain focus on their handlers, but also they notice when they start moving, so they'll move, and then usually when they stop, they'll always stop and sit next to them, right? And that key behavioral practice will make your life a lot easier, you know, so long as you take the time to kind of develop it and practice it. So that way they get used to moving with you when you start moving and stopping when you stop.
Yeah. And her like that happens sometimes, like she wants to go to one place.
I feel like with her, it'll be mostly like the distractions with the nose and then distractions with the people. But that's...
And like what is a good balance in terms of like, because obviously she doesn't need to be on like a focus heel all the time. Like, that's when I decide like I need her attention, or like
that's what I do. It's whatever you guys as parents are most comfortable with. Like with me and my dogs, they're almost always on the freedom leash or the flex leash, because I know if I call them they'll come, right? But at the same time, if they want to run around and play and explore, then that's fine too. I'll of course swap to like a regular leash if we're in town or something like that, right? And then they have to naturally stick a little bit closer because they have less give. And then some people always want their dog on the left, or they always want them to be in a tight heel. So it's whatever your goal, your end goal is, keep that in mind when you're training, so that way that's what you're always working towards. So like if a person always wanted their dog to be in a tight heel, always having them on 4 to 6 max,
Yeah.
and then teaching them kind of like what you're doing naturally, and that's an exercise too, but kind of following your inside leg, so that way when you turn they have to turn, and then when you go on the outside, that leash makes it so they can't go out past too and have to come with you.
Gotcha.
Right?
Yeah, because I think like what we like is like, well, Hannah's a little bit more different from me. Like I think she likes them to be a little bit tighter, but like for me, as long as they're not going into the road, so I usually give them like here, and then as long as they're good.
Right. The main thing is the focus part.
When I want them to heal.
Mhm.
That's all.
So if you don't want them to constantly focus, but you want them to focus when you ask,
Yeah.
practice that more.
Right.
If you want them to constant focus and maintain heel, practice that more.
Gotcha.
So,
Yeah.
very good. Okay. And we'll do, hopefully we still have time. It's a little bit easier with Mabel.
Yeah.
So, and that's why I'm going to show you most of the things, and then you can practice with Bella too. So another exercise that you can do is separate the verbal from the leash pressure. And what I mean by that is when you do the course this time through, you can go around, stop in the middle, do any combination of those things, but only use the leash pressure. Don't give any verbal commands. Right, so then that way you learn to increase and micromanage, and then on the next time around after that, use only verbal, and I'll hold the leash.
Gotcha.
And you can still give her praise, but try not to get her attention with the leash, or with the verbal, I mean. Good. And since she's maintaining a good focus there, when you lose that focus and she gives it back, that's usually when I reward her, right? When she's able to refocus. Or if you wanted to periodically reward her for maintaining focus, that's good too. Very good. Right? So this is where you catch yourself, because a lot of times people will automatically jerk response, right, to call their dog or ask them to leave it. Now you have to kind of use the leash, and or like with the focus and attention. Good. Now maybe offer her a treat. Perfect. There you go. Right? It was hard though. Right? And then when she does pay attention, then you can give her that verbal recognition again. Very good. There you go. Cool. So you kind of see how that exercise works?
Yeah.
All right, now it's going to be the opposite. You won't have any control over the leash, but you can use as many verbals and stuff as you want. Perfect. There you go.
Mabel.
Good. There you go. All right. You have any questions?
No, I
You'll-
think yeah, with her, the puppies. We'll get to the puppy.
Yeah, you'll probably find with the puppy, you'll end up trying to use the leash a lot more, right? But don't forget to practice both.
Yeah, and
Right?
I gotta make sure with him that we're both doing the same thing. So
Mhm.
the puppy's not getting confused.
It just makes it a little bit easier, but they can adjust to each individual person as well. I mean, it's kind of like the same as going to work and, you know, having your manager and your supervisor, and you kind of adjust to each person a little bit and learning, you know, what they expect of you and everything, but you're still doing the same job. Right? And dogs are the same way. So long as the focus is the main key, them feeling rewarded for following, you know, everything else is kind of flexible in between. And this would be a really good idea to kind of have both partners with one dog and then swapping, so that way you can practice something like this as well. Whereas it's a lot harder unless you're by yourself. Yeah. All right. So now we'll practice her redirecting to you with the other dog coming out to see her. Because I remember that was the thing too. Come. Good. Sit. Good. Yes, good job. Wait. 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 Good, there you go. So practice as long as you would like to practice, and then release whenever you want to release, right? Very good. Oh, Luca. Yes, sit. Oh, almost. Luca. Luca. Yes. Come here. Wait. Wait. Yes, good boy. Wait. Wait. No. Right? So same thing, right? If he gets too excited and he wants to just go, he doesn't get to, right? So same thing here again. Good. There you go. Wait. 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 Good. All right. And then whenever you're ready. There you go. No jumping. No. No. There you go. No. There you go. Who's that, huh? No. There you go. Good. Good.
Oh, you got hit in the face, man.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a lot.
There you go. Oh, yeah, there you go. No jumping. There you go. Good. Good. Oh, we got a ball. Oh, we got a ball. There you go. Good. Yes, good job. Drop. Good job. Oh, the ball. Go get it. Good job. Right? And so, like I said, so long as you have something to help with keeping their focus. Like, I've trained a dog before with just balls and just sticks. You know, treats are good because they're momentary. These are good because they're continuous, right? So now I don't need leash pressure or like that verbal, right? Because I already have something. Good. Good. Good job. Ready? Go get it. I know. We need more balls. There you go. Good job. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put this stuff away, and then we'll spend like I think the last 10 minutes or so. we'll let them, 20 minutes. We'll be able to kind of do some more recall exercises at the park too.
Okay.
And that'll be good.
Let's go to the park.
Yes, good job. Good. Good. This way. Wait. Okay. If you want to, I can hold Mabel while you get Bella. Oh, okay, perfect. Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, I wish I had known that you had somebody else. I would have just had to kept them here.
Both?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just, that's all right.
Yeah.
I thought you were soloing, that's why.
No,
Oh.
Hannah's actually there, but she's in her class, so she can't come out.
Oh, okay. I thought she was like at class.
Nah,
Yeah.
it's like this online class, but our friend is here.
Cool.
Where did all these balls come from, man?
What I'm doing is just kind of watching to make sure she doesn't guard that too, right?
Right, that's what I've been
But
doing.
she's doing good though.
Yeah, she's usually like, it's just in the apartment. It's so weird. Her temper is also short in the apartment because like Bella can do all kinds of like stuff, and she's so nice with her everywhere else. And then if she starts doing this in the apartment, it's like
Right. Well, hopefully she'll get kind of more used to sharing that space too, because a lot of
yeah,
times
I think that's just like, but I think like it really has gotten a lot better just with the time and just the time we spent together.
That's good.
The one thing too is that like Bella hasn't learned how to like she understands the correction, but like she only listens for like 3 minutes and then she's like tries again. And then but with other dogs she doesn't do it like that. It's like she really wants to be with Mabel.
Yeah, it's understandable, and then also Mabel's closer to her size too.
Yeah, I think
and
that's a
so
big thing.
some of it is like that respect, right? Because I have I have a Great Dane Mastiff that's huge and a mom, and then go number 2, and then you need a bag.
Yeah.
There you go. Hi, how you doing? Oh, sorry. Trying to work on her with the not jumping and leash walking too. She gets excited. Good boy, Luca. Oh, there you go. Good job. Oh, we found it, huh? Oh. Oh, I'll bring them. All right. Good boy. All right. Good. Luca. Good. Good boy. So you can kind of see too, right? Because we were prepared that time, is able to get his attention before he goes to jump on somebody. Whereas with your friend, right, we weren't paying attention and he got away with it. Right. So a lot of times, especially with jumping behavior, the more preemptive, the better it'll be. We'll do, I guess, I said, a social session, and you gotta just do it and do it and do it to the point where they see somebody and they're so used to paying attention to you that they do that as opposed to just running up and jumping on somebody.
Right. Okay.
It takes a lot though. How's their possessiveness practice been?
They've been able to like kind of like yesterday actually we have these like kind of coffee with sticks, and they both have one.
Nice.
And they're able to like actually like on the bed like chew them separately together.
Oh, that's good.
Then they had another thing. They had some cardboard because they just like we give them like stuff that they can tear up. That's not like gonna be a problem. And this one kept leave it. Thank you. This one kept taking the one that she had. So eventually we just said, okay, you can't have either of those.
There you go. And like I said, if she takes it away from her, what you could do is take it back from her and give it to her, right? And then give her something else, or take it away altogether. Oh.
Reverse sneezes?
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, poor thing. It's a nice little park, though.
Yeah. They got the little agility pool. Thank you. Oh my god.
Oh.
It's like the main form of pleasure when I get off of work.
That's perfect. They're not too far from your place, too.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
You good?
Maybe I should have brought the water bottle.
No, she's going on over there too much.
There you go.
Yeah, there's there's open. All the dogs.
Gotcha. Oh. Nice. Oh, there's two sides too. All right.
Bella.
There you go. Oh, there you go.
Mabel.
There you go.
Uh-oh. Get the sneezes out.
There you go.
She's a bit of a sore loser too. Yeah, she can't catch up. She does that.
That's cute. Oh.
But luckily, everybody here just laughs at us. I haven't had anybody say anything.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Like, oh, your dog's barking at the dog park.
So cute.
Oh, you're sore loser.
And so, like you saw earlier when we were doing the walking practice, and I had the leash, and they were still good to heel, good to heel and follow you.
Yeah.
That's really good. So, like, kind of the opposite. Kind of the opposite, right? So I would concentrate more on her reacting when there's some leash pressure, right? Because that'll happen kind of naturally with all dogs, where like you get like the city dogs that are really good at being like on a tight heel, but then are really bad at like natural recall.
Right.
And you get the country dogs that are really good at just hanging out in natural recall, but they're terrible on leash, right? So you want to kind of keep that idea in mind, so that way you remember to kind of balance both.
Right. Not to have, like, give them both opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it is. Sore loser.
Oh, there you go.
Bella.
It's way too easy.
Bella.
Almost. So especially when they first get in and they're running around and it's super exciting, it might be a lot harder. So what I would do is get closer, right? And then try again. Good, there you go. And then as they either get better or more tired, or everybody gets calmer, then go for more distance, right? Eventually you get it to the point where they can be like mid-play, mid-run, you call them, and then they respond. But that's kind of like the highest level.
Top, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, if they like stop for a second, Mabel will usually come.
There you go.
It's kind of like a 2-for-1. I call Mabel and Bella comes running along anyway.
Ah, that's perfect.
But this situation, she probably wouldn't. Mabel.
Right.
Mabel.
Unless we can hope they get Luca.
Good.
Luca. Come.
Good.
Drop.
Good, Bella.
Come. Good. Drop.
Very good.
Perfect. Come. Come. Good. Wait.
Luca.
Come. Wait.
Hey.
So now try to get her.
Mabel. Mabel.
Almost. Go ahead and get closer.
Mabel. Mabel. Come here.
Almost.
Mabel, touch.
There you go. Good. See? So now even though she sees her friend here and you're pretty close, you're still able to get her attention, right? So finding those points, right, where it's too hard, make it easier until you can succeed. And then once they get better at that, then make it harder again. See, a lot of parents will try to continuously just like call their dog that's like halfway. Yeah, so they just get louder and louder. Sometimes that helps, but then the dog only responds at that
level of
loudness. We want them, just like with the leash pressure, we want them to respond to as little pressure as possible, right? As opposed to always having to like full force it. Because like with that little kid, right? For example, if that dog was really good with understanding leash pressure, as soon as he felt that pressure, he would have like stopped, right? But because he didn't and he was too interested, he kept going.
Bella. Touch.
Whoa, good job.
Almost.
Almost. There you go. Good job. Perfect.
Mabel.
Good. There you go. Perfect. Luca, come. Come.
Little better.
Oh, he's gonna try to. It's like, hold on. I gotta keep the ball away.
Yeah. We definitely want them to have their balance of freedom and also being able to
There's nothing saying that a dog can't do both. Drop. Good.
so good.
Wait. Good. Come. Wait. Good. Come. Wait. Good. What does it look like I'm practicing there? Right? Getting him really excited and about to jump and then stopping him. Right? Right. So you can practice something like that with your pups in the jumping behavior too, especially with Bella. Right? Get them get them really amped up and excited, and then teaching them to calm themselves when they're excited. Like, come, wait. Good. There you go. So you find fun ways of working on constructive things that you need to, instead of trying to force it, right?
Right.
Hey, well, you didn't even want the ball.
Paintball? Oh my goodness, no.
Hi. Good down. Good job. Uh-uh. Yes. Good job. Nuh-uh. Yes. Uh-uh. Almost. Yes. Oh.
Give her a big smile.
Good job. Hi.
Hi, Luca. Buddy?
Hi.
Sit. Throw it.
Oh.
Whoa.
Almost got it.
There you go.
Now you won, Mabel.
Oh, she got it.
Chase me.